Former Birmingham Mayor William Bell is one of those who have been reflecting on the life and legacy of Larry Langford. And Mayor Bell, just first of all, you've been with the family through the time since he got back home to Birmingham. Mm-hmm. What has that been like, and just kind of welcoming him home under those circumstances?
Well, you know, before I got there, I was under the impression that I would see someone that I really physically wouldn't recognize. But over the past several days, he became more of himself, like he used to look, and I was surprised at how alert he was. We had a conversation for about an hour and 15 minutes. He wanted to get a toboggan hat, a cap to watch the game in. It had Alabama on it, so I got him a hat, and he put that on, and he wouldn't take it off. And we reminisced about our childhood days, going to college at UAB, and just going through life together. We didn't talk too much politics. We got on that at one point in time, but we mainly talked about how both of us were blessed, and he recognized that regardless of everything that has happened in the last few years, he felt that God had blessed him with opportunities that no other person could have in this community, and he was thankful and grateful. He was appreciative of all the love that people had been sending out to him on his return, and the fact that he was able to spend his last days with his wife and family. And again, I can't stress that the humanity that exuded from him, the Langford that I knew was somebody who was always upbeat, and he was exactly that, always upbeat during our conversation.
Even in his last days, one of the things you mentioned was that he was known for giving out $100 bills, that he put people through college.
Absolutely, and a lot of people don't know about that. Larry had a flamboyancy about him that was bigger than life. And whenever he got around young people, he wanted them to see that they could be more than what they thought they could be. If he could come out of Loveman Village, out of Titusville, become a mayor, a county commissioner, mayor of 2 cities, a county commissioner, have the love of people all across this region, they could do it too. Because he always emphasized that it wasn't anything special about him, although we know there was a lot of things special about Larry. But he wanted to let kids know that they could do it too, if they were given the opportunity. And that's why he wanted to make sure that every child he came across, he treated them special. That was what the $100 bill was all about. But then there are those kids that he helped send to college, and that meant a lot to people as well.
Today, people have had an opportunity to kind of go back, and so now there's the part where they're dissecting his history and what he's meant to the city. Complicated are some of the words they've talked about. Certainly, when you weigh in the criminal charges and the prison sentence, and the fact that he did get to spend those last days at home. We talked yesterday about how people will look back on what his legacy is. When you look around the city of Birmingham, do you think it's a far stretch for people to imagine what he meant to the city? Let
me tell you this. He may have a few detractors out there, but the vast majority of people love Larry Paul Langford. And I think that's, people will remember that jubilance, that exciting individual that looked over the horizon as to what we could be, not what we are. And the fact that he ran into some legal problems and faced the federal court system, that's a part of his legacy. But I think that pales in comparison to what people feel in their hearts about the man that he was. So,
Mayor Bell, thank you for talking with us, and we know that there will be a lot. Do you think the city's doing the right thing and how they are honoring him?
Well, you know, what I try to remind people, his legal problems did not extend from the city of Birmingham. He was a mayor that everyone could be proud of, and I think that's going to be reflective in how he's being treated in the city now, with the flags being lowered to half-mast, the representation that will occur during his homegoing ceremony. All of that will show and reflect the really love and respect that we have for his leadership.
In the end, he will be celebrated in Birmingham.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.